Hey friends, welcome back to the video. Just setting up now. We've got 4 tables happening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And at the moment, we're seeing at about $90 bankroll. We've got some. Rake back coming through as well. So just the welcome bonus. Haven't officially got. You need to get the CHP chips as well. That will help with the rate back as well. Not sure how it works just yet, but I think I'll just have to bite the bullet and get $10 worth and just see how it all works. I think, but you do get 33% rate back, which is pretty good. But you get like a 5% fee, so works out to be I think about 27%, which is not probably too bad. But yeah, it should be interesting. But at the current stage, we're trying to get the rate back from the welcome bonus. Um, Probably about a third of the way, which probably won't have enough to go all the way through. But anyway, hopefully everyone else is going pretty well. I mean, YouTube's definitely fighting the poker content at the moment, so the viewership has definitely dropped, and my views weren't big to begin with, but they took a hit as well. So, but hopefully you guys can still see this, and it's still gonna be. I've still been playing poker every day except for yesterday. Yesterday was my first time I took a break for for quite some time. I was just tired from work, and as it ran, family life and home life, you just had to do some things as well. Would have had to cram in the session and rush it. Usually with those type of sessions, when you have to cram in and you're not sure how long you've got and you've got pressure for how long you can play, it's typically and you're tired. It's typically not worth playing. So you could definitely lose a decent chunk of your bankroll by squeezing those sessions in. Sometimes it's not worth it. We definitely had one of those sessions, not last session, but the session before last. We had one of those sessions where we weren't hitting anything, and pretty much those players could be calling with anything or betting with anything and still being good. We just were all around it. Every hand, pretty much, it felt like a disaster. But we did have a couple of sessions where we did feel like we were running really hot as well. We had a really decent heater. But yeah, I'll give you an example of one of the hands that we did have. I had like pocket kings, and the opponent had like a7, and it was a gut shot, and we shoved it all in on them on the turn. They played it quite aggressive, and we shoved on the turn, and we were right, and then they win with the gut shot and got the straight on the river. So things like that, you can't really help it. And yeah, I had a set of kings, ran into a set of aces. It was all on the flop as well, so there's no avoiding that. I don't even think he full bet either. So I think we 3 bet and he didn't even full bet. He called, and yeah, he played trappy, but at the same time, the whatever happened, if we were getting to the flop, even if we shoved pre-flop, it was all happening the same way. Sometimes it's a bit annoying with they have aces and they just delay the inevitable when you got kings. Sometimes you can get out of it and they do save your money, which is good. And you don't want to slow play aces at the best of times. I think you're going to be trapping, but the worst case scenario is everyone calls, and you know if you're playing heads up, you've got like 80% chance of winning with aces, but up against two it goes to 60, and up against 3 other players it's down to 40, and you're an underdog. So if you see like 5 people shoving and you've got aces, there's a high chance you're the underdog. I can still be favorite pre-flop, but the chances of them hitting and smashing you post-flop, unless you get an ace, it's going to be really hard to avoid their equity that's coming inbound. So that's why sometimes 8-7 suited against 3 or 4 other players, it's not a bad call compared to aces. You got the odds. But yeah, it's purely gambling though. King 4, gonna fold this one. Still enjoying coin poker actually. It's a very tight community, so pretty much all these guys, Crushmaster I've played against a lot, Harry Park a few times. I remember seeing Gorillas, not sure about 7, but he's got the tick, so it means he's around. Yeah, the other table, we've seen Real Fish heaps of times. King Cassette, just lately, I've seen a lot of. Soul Catcher's definitely seen. Pure, yeah, I've seen that one as well. So yeah. Anyway, bit more talkative on the side at the moment, which is always a fun aspect, but got to be careful not to give anything away. And getting them in a good mood is pretty good. I mean, you got to remember, poker players in a good mood will typically splash the chips around. You probably remember this from, if you go to the casino and you see you're playing live, you'll see a lot of players will typically just overfold and tensions run high. But when everyone's having a good time, a few drinks, everyone's throwing chips in left, right, and center. And it can be absolute mayhem, but fun at the same time, and very profitable if you know how to handle tough situations. 10-5, just gonna fold. And also, right before I started videoing this, we did have internet issues. I started recording, and then I had hands folding, and I had to fold ace queen, aces automatically, and ace queen, even though I had the winning hand. But they weren't big pots. But regardless, I had to reset the router. So, just a couple of things. We at the moment, bad internet at home. We just really some of these things we have to deal with as poker players, don't we? And don't let it get the better of us. And it's just a constant battle sometimes. It's really annoying because it's another layer of something else that's going to tilt us that we're trying to fight for, which means we might be more susceptible to tilt. So just be self-aware about that situation. And yeah, so tried 5-0 twice at the moment, and you'd probably say failed so far, but we'll go back when we're ready. The highest bankroll we've had so far on coin poker is 105. Yeah, we're currently sitting around 90 or the high 80s. I did have a really the last session I played, I started off really bad and then somehow broke even. So I did run into one of these players that decided to go all in and sort of give up the session. And I sort of joked to the other regs saying he knew that we were down and he was just helping our brother out. So, so it was good timing anyway. And we sort of just made up that loss. All right, ace queen raising, getting called on the button, 3-way. So definitely going to bet this one. We don't have a club though, that's the problem. But we can often have the best hand here. They could sometimes have a 10 though, or pocket pairs. So we'll throw a bet in, does raise. If him raising could mean he probably has, he could even have clubs, he could have a 10. But anyway, he's letting us know that he's got a strong hand regardless. So whether he's got a strong hand or huge equity, especially when someone else is following after him, I think he's definitely not bluffing there. All right, got pocket kings. Harry's 3-betting us. Question is, do we 4-bet? We definitely do. Definitely get a 4-bet here. He might actually jam ace king. I do have like a sort of a loose image, so he's gonna bet quite small. I mean, he's gonna jam here quite loose, quite wide sometimes. Let's see how wide he goes. Ace king. I did actually pick ace king. Beautiful. Hook, line, and sinker. No ace. Beautiful. Got it both times. All right, I need to bet this one. Half pot because there is a flush draw. Unfortunately, I didn't call. Wanted to try and make more, but unfortunately didn't call. If we go for free there, we're giving all the draws a chance to catch up to us, and that's not great. Last thing you want to do is value the river with trips and then get raised on. Terrible situation. Unless we get the boat, but that wasn't probably always going to happen though. All right, got pocket twos. Wow, king limping there just looks so trappy. I feel like folding this pretty cool. Let's see, but yeah, I felt like I should have folded twos there. I feel like King's making a play here. We are not making a play since it's rather plays in the pot. We can't fold quick enough here. We don't have a club. Don't think everyone else has got a missed hand. Would be quite amazing to actually win this. This is such a scary board that a bluff might work, but at the same time, it's just a matter of just sitting on your hands. Yeah, here you go. It's only a matter of time. Is Harry gonna call? No. Yeah, that was a nice slow play. Queen 2 just letting go. Got pocket fives. Let's wait for Gorilla. Not sure what they're thinking about. Either they're sometimes playing multiple tables, so could be a bit slower. We'll open up fives. Harry did last time, 3-bet us. Alright, he learned from his lesson, unfortunately. Alright, got King 4. No, that was one hand. I had King Queen suited. And I had top pair. I was slow playing. Not slow playing, but I was betting third a pot. And then I flushed it on the river, King High flush. And my opponent had ace high flush. And he was the top of player 2. That seen me bluff a lot. And he jammed and I called. So I thought maybe he was bluffing. But then thinking about it, it was probably a silly call. I should have folded, got away with it. Because the board had paired up as well. King 4, it's going to fold. There's no heart. We do have a straight draw though. I gut shot. Alright, can check raise 9-8. I think calling's fine though. Wait and see what he does on the river. I mean on the turn. Alright, we'll fold this one this time. They are deep enough, but at the same time it's a big bet. So we don't have the odds to call there. So we did a discipline laydown. Sometimes I do like calling. Yeah, you hit that club and you're doing really well. Alright, ace 10 offsuit. It's time to give him back his own medicine. Let's see if he plays back. Interesting. I'm going to flat ace king here. Ace 10, just going to call. We're going to have the best hand here sometimes. If he's got ace king, we're definitely going to get value from this. Or king queen. If we check this, what happens? And it's going to call with ace king. Unfortunately, got aces. Stinks. Goes all in. Do they have ace king though? I'm going to call. The hero call. Beautiful. They turn their hand upside down. Or heads up sort of thing. Yeah. We won one and lost one. Yeah, so we did the call on the other hand, we ran into aces, but on the other hand, well, they had ace king, so made up for it. Although, not really sure the action though. Let's have a look at the action. exactly what went down. They did raise there. We probably should have folded on the turn. They gave strength. We're distracted by the other hand. So we should have actually folded that hand on the turn. So we misplayed it. Are they going to always have aces there? I'm not sure. Felt a little bit weird. Backdoor. And we've got a lot of juicy turn cards coming our way. That is definitely one. We need to bet this because there's flush draws. If he's got a 5, he's raising. Alright, ace full suited. It's cool. Remember, we got 2 pair with the queen. Got an open ender with ace 4. Don't think we're ever calling with king 10. Even when you think they're bluffing here they don't have a flush, they could definitely have us out kicked with the king. They could have ace king. No, maybe not. It's hard to know. Maybe they do. Maybe they got ace of hearts. I don't think they're bluffing. I probably should have called just to get information. Do they have a 3? Maybe. Oh, maybe they've got trips. But that's all right. Hopefully they run into our stronger range next time. All right, got pocket 8s. Definitely going to raise this up. And if he shoves, the short stack shoves, we're going to call. All right, I'll call king 10 suited. Do have an open ender and top pair. Definitely checking this one out. We do have a backdoor flush. Everyone folds to us, nice. We can bet this one. We don't really need to defend the hand. We're drawing 2 a straight, so potentially to the nuts, and there's no flush. So betting there to be able to pot up, but at the same time, we could still be behind. You know, they could have 2 pairs or something like that, which you expect someone to rate 3 bet. But obviously they didn't. Let's call queen 6 suited. See what king does. Hopefully they don't do anything silly. It's bad enough that they call, but we hit a 6. Do have bottom pair. Sometimes they say you should play your bottom pairs aggressive as a bluff. All right, so we could have the best hands way ahead, way behind scenario. I think we can call one more. Huge bet. I'm just going to fold. All right, we've got a bluff catcher here if they don't have a jack. I've got a call. I do have a 6. So we do have a boat. Wow, gems all in. You better have a jack. Hmm. All right, Harry's free betting us again. They're definitely targeting us. That's fine. Very active table. We'll call 5 for 5. Ugh, this is not a great board for us. He could have king queen. We could be just drawing dead here. So see you later. We do have a 5 and we get a call. Hopefully. No, okay, I'm just gonna fold this one. That's fine. Although alarm bells are up with King Cassette, because I think maybe he's playing. They can't always have it, but at the moment, it could definitely at the moment. We'll call backdoor alleys. If he checks here, we're definitely betting this one. Don't have to bet too much. He's going to fold out a lot. Life savings. All right, going to call. Is king get a shove here? That'd be pretty filthy. All right, we've got a 10. I think we do have the best hand here, so we're going to bet it. Let's just call and see what happens. Good on you. Good to know, anyway. It's good to know that he's quite wide, so that was a good read. So that means we can bet wider as well and put him in a little bit more off tougher spots. Yeah, we're going to get him to do a ton of folding now. We are going to play fire with fire. Yes, it's going to be high variance, but yes, we're going to hopefully get him in a spot where he doesn't like it. We can also tighten up against him as well if we really wanted to. Ace Jack, we bet there, fired away because we still have a gut shot. We don't have a club though, that's the other issue. So we could dictate the action, but at the same time, if someone fired away, we'd probably give up a lot. But if we do the same play when we do have a strong hand, then it's up to them to choose when we're weak and when we're strong. 7-5 is going to check here. Not going to play around with this one, I don't think. We could have probably fired away on the flop. It's going to bet this one, but I think he's going to fold. I think he's going to call, actually. We did bet pre-flop. Yeah. Had a feeling I shouldn't have bet there. Pocket fours. Insulting. I'm going to call. Board's paired up with 10-7. I do have an ace. Good on him. So far, it's a tough session. Yeah, it hurts more because of the table that we lost on. We actually had the double up there, which actually really hurts us more. So, is it tiltable? Maybe, but I think we're better than that. We've seen everything. All right, A7 offsuit. Let's raise it up. Yes, this is tilt play, isn't it? All right, there's always next time. Don't think we can tilt play with Jack 4. Actually, let's call it. Oh, that's terrible. Just on that table. On this table, we're going to tilt play. Not on other tables, though. Let's try and just take it back to him. Hopefully you get trips. That'd be really nice. Yeah, like I said, we're going to fold out pretty tight in the other tables. But we're going to try playing 100% just on that table. Hopefully we hit. That would be nice. And let's see how long it takes for them to react. Alright, we're set mining with 5s in the top right. Alright, let's get a bet away. With the set. Goes all in. I can't. Well, actually, bets 38 big blind, so I'm just going to fold that one. Fortunately, everyone folds. It was a rainbow flop. Alright, ace, queen, queen 10, let's go. Good to see everyone folding to us. On the tilt table, the bottom right is the tilt table. On the other tables, we'll play ABC, pretty much the straightforward. Yeah, 10-4 suit is definitely a raising hand. We're tilted on that table, so what would a tilde do? They'll be playing any two. Top pair, but we've got a club, which is good. Not the ace of clubs, unfortunately. Takes out a lot of their raisins, I guess. Queen 8, just going to fold this one. It's a short stack. All right, continue the aggression with ace queen. All right, it's going to flat with ace queen here. The bottom left. All right, it's going to flat check. That's big. Got top pair, but I'm going to fold that one with ace queen. All right, going to fold 10-4, unfortunately. Tilda probably would have shoved all in. While we've been playing, they're going to call, so don't think we can actually. I think we need to calm down with the tilting on the table. It's not going to work for us. Everyone folded to us with the aces. Painful. We'll flat king 7. Hopefully we get spades. We want to see the ace of spades come out. We could check raise this one. We do have backdoor straight as well. Backdoor straight. So I'm going to raise it up. Create some fold equity as well. Alright. Ace of spades on the turn, please. Crusher Masters get a bet here. For sure. Bet small, I'm going to call. Everyone's in. Unfortunately, we missed. I did try. We'll call 1. Alright, 5s are gone. Did have a backdoor, you know, I actually didn't have a backdoor with the 5-2, but we need to flush. Everyone checking here, we could be dominated. Alright, let's call 1. Flush comes out, we don't want to see any big bets. Flush is there, but I don't want to raise. These guys are acting like they're actually going for the flush as well. If everyone checks to us, we should probably bet. Let's raise it, I guess, but I'm scared. I don't play scared poker though. Alright, nice. We got paid. Beautiful. Not sure what they had though. But it wasn't a flush, luckily. The way they were playing, I thought they definitely had it. Alright, now 9s need defending here. Alright, got flush draw with king jack. All right, got the flush on the river. Beautiful. If he's got a boat, so be it. Good to beat Harry as well. Yeah, bets here. Looks like just going to be a king or a 3 there. I don't think the ace plays. Because if they've got an ace, they're not going to make it the river. Unless they've got ace king, but I highly doubt it. I'd say they've either got a king or a 3. Ooh, I like to see what my hand is. 7-6 isn't great. Alright, we'll fold that one. We'll flat king jack from the small blind. Don't want to raise. Yeah, king 9's just folding. What is life savings doing? We'll overbet. Do have flush draw. Someone could have a straight. King's definitely shown that he can be quite wide. Wide aggressive player. Yeah, I'll put a note on him anyway. I've got one victim. Alright, and we'll get it in on the river. If he shoves now, we're calling. Because even if we're behind, we've still got the club draw. At least he's got the ace of clubs. Then that's tragic. Alright, beautiful. We got there. Alright, nice to get bounced back a little bit even after a terrible hand. Sometimes you gotta run with it. But yeah, king is on our list. We need to get that money back, I think. We'll see how we go. But that was a really nice hand. I mean, even if we're behind, we'll still chance for a flush. So I think that was played well. Going to be raising against the limper. And just hopefully life savings folds. 7-2 suited. Let's open it. Don't mind if it folds. Don't want to see a raise though. Alright, everyone's folding to us now. Hopefully it's the start of something really good. Alright, Jack 6 suited. I'm going to open this one up. Let's see what these guys do though. You get a bet again. Alright, we'll raise. Hopefully Gorillas folds as well. Beautiful. We got position. They folded last time. The raise, we're going to fold this time. Now we really want a premium pair. Like straight away. That's not a premium pair. But unfortunately, we can't really play back with the... we weren't deep enough to play the suited hand. This person loves the overbet. So with the small blind, with a small stack. So they're showing that if they like the hand, they're going to go all in. Pretty much old school. Okay, up against life savings. Oh, let's bet this one. We do have a gut shot. Unfortunately missed. Would have been a really nice one to get on the river. So it needed a 9 on the river. Although it's good that we fold there because they can get a false sense of security. All right, ace 9-8. We're gonna call. Bluffed middle pair. All right, back to tilting on 3-8 suited. They're playing very tight at the moment, everyone. Except for Laser. Laser's just shoving everything. 9-8. I'm gonna call. All right, so you got a backdoor flush and we hit the middle pair. All right, let's throw a bet in. Like to see a check on the river from King. All right, we'll fold it. Reason why I bet the 8 there is because flush draws will call. Better hands will raise. All right, this is really good. They're starting to raise us all the time now. So the trap is set. We just need to get the hand. So hopefully we just flop a monster and they fall for it. A disguised monster. This would be pretty nice. If we're gonna hit a hand disguised, this would be it. We do have a flush draw, backdoor flush, and we do have a straight draw. Probably should have bet there. Yeah, pocket queens. All right. But we did have a gut shot. Okay, we need to bet this one if we're gonna win this with King 7. Roll fish is someone quite tight. If they got a hand, they're gonna bet. I think they're gonna check here when they've got nothing. Yeah, so they're definitely gonna have a hand there, and they could if they're betting, then they're bluffing them on a face high, which still beats us anyway. They're getting a bit confident. Shoving all in. We had ace 10. We could have probably called. Laser's been over betting the flop against us. Alright, we'll raise ace 10. Let's just complete with 6-10. No club. Probably going to give this one up. Not sure what they're going to have here. They're going to have a lot of what's it? Broadway hands. All right, so over shoving. He's only going to call when better. We don't have to be. We have to be right a lot of times to call, and he has to win a lot of times to do that to be profitable. So eventually he's going to run into us. But we just need to be patient. Unfortunately, folded 6-7. But this guy now life saving seems to be overplaying. Completing with 4-3, not advisable. Probably should have folded easy. 10-9. So we should have actually called with ace 10 before. We probably would have had the best hand. Yeah, can't believe I folded ace 10 before. And he probably had nothing. Alright, king 5. King 7's got a call flat. Check raising with king 7. Remember he raised pre-flop. He bet pre-flop, so he's gonna overbet this. And if we get ace high to default, that'll be nice. That'll be a win. Some pressure on with the ace high and Broadway hands. Got a call with the jack. Don't have a great kicker. Oh, he's got a set. Wow. Alright, we'll complete with 7-8. Do I have an open ender? Unfortunately missed everything. Ah, they had aces. Alright, so at the moment we're in a bit of turmoil. Just need to stick it out. At the moment we just got a lot of runouts not helping us at the moment. Especially the bottom right, we're probably playing a little bit too wide than we should have. I mean, the king suited hands maybe a little bit loose as well, but a little bit unfortunate. He misplayed aces as well. They gave us a chance to get to the river for free on the river. On the turn, they gave us a free card, so that was nice. All right, let's raise it up with Jack 9. Playing poker against King. Yeah, we're mixing it up at the moment, just playing very loose. Just testing him out now. We'll see what they're made of. It's going to flat 9-8. Hopefully no one else comes over the top. Really want, this is the hand we want, like 7 spades, 6 of spades, 5 of spades. Beautiful. And then hopefully someone's got like aces, you know, ace X of spades, and then someone's got the king of spades. I don't ask for much, just I want everyone to hit a flush, and we've got the straight flush. Wow, all in. Looks like it's not happening. Although this is the hand where everyone's in the hand. Alright, I'm going all in. I don't guarantee this at all. But everyone's in the hand. This is just extreme gambling at its worst. Everyone's in the hand. Hopefully everyone's got an ace high. Jack. Aces. Wow. King Jack actually wins the flush. The 9 comes out, damn it. Yeah, he had the same idea as what we had. That's pretty much what I'm saying. All right, 4s. All right. Gotcha with 4s. 6-7 offsuit. We are probably calling the session almost. This is how bad we're playing. Although we had the correct odds to call though. And funny enough, we were in front of King. It's cool. We do have a gut shot with 4s. Yeah, 4s weren't going to win that one. Currently getting stormed, getting run over. So what we'll need to do is just tighten up, so to speak. King 10 suited. Yeah, definitely going to tighten up. There is no point playing so wide that we're just going to lose. Yes, it's fun and it's, you know, but no, it's not fun losing buy-ins, wasting all that time that we've put into the game just to lose over a session. I'm going to call here. Do I have a king? He could be doing this pretty wide. Ha, yeah, ace 10. All right, so a hero call, beautiful. I'm going to call. Are we going to 4-bet this one? Let's 4-bet because we're out of position. We are under the gun. So if he jams here, especially being this position, it's going to be quite strong. All right, let's go for 27. The 4-bet, light 4-bet worked. All right, it's going to have a bet here. Just really want to be up against laser, shoving all in. Now we got folded. Fine, we'll take it down. All right, nice. I reckon they were even. King 3. Got 2 pair here. I'm going to bet this one. I think a queen 8, 8-7 could call. Get raised on, we'll probably have to fold because of the flush. But we'll take it down. Yeah, I feel really silly making that call before with the 8-7 suited. But at the same time, if you win that hand, we could be thinking about how great we are. We're geniuses. It's usually how poker goes. Ooh, we got pocket queens. Please bet. Alright, we're going to raise this one. Hopefully they jam over the top this time. If laser calls, I'm shoving all in. And we're going to do this quite wide as well. So hopefully I do call with ace high. Well, hopefully I don't. Hopefully I call with jack 10. It's good timing though to get queens. Whew, lucky. Let's just give here ace. All right, got two pair with a flush draw and an open ender on the board. Be quite scary. All right, gotta check behind here. Hand's in trouble. We really just need a 10 or an 8 on the river. Yeah, maybe do miss a value bet on the river, but we're gonna get a ton of folds. You know, you get caught when we beat. Couldn't really handle a raise either, so I think checking behind is quite fine. All right, pocket sevens. Against a short stack, if they shove, I think I'm calling. It's going to be a flip most times. All right, pocket eights. Let the cards do the work. Oh, lasers now 100 big blinds. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. Now they're playing serious. All right, let's see what Royal Fish has got. We're raising here. I'll get to check this one. I think they could have a lot of aces. Okay, we've got ace king. They could be calling with ace queen. Maybe. Or king queen. Do have the ace of diamonds, so I'm going to bet this one up quite big. We'll take it. 7-4, I'm going to fold because there's already straight out there. All right, jacks, we're going to bet. Got pocket jacks. We'll 3-bet against king. All right, sevens, please. King 10. No diamond. Do you have a good kicker with king 10? All right, we'll fold sevens. Bit of a game of cat and mouse. Do they really have the nuts? All right, three's got a call. Taking a long time to bet here. It's a type of hand they could just have Broadway, so I think threes are good. No, the nine. Oh wow. But they tried slow playing. Oh no, I thought the nines paired up on the river. No. Alright, we got second pair. We're not going to be there with queen high. I think pocket jacks were no good. I think I really put him on a queen as well. But he's getting frustrated that we're not calling him off, but that's fine. We do somewhat resent calling people wide. 6-7 going to call here. Only for the fact that I've been very unorthodox against him, so. Okay, hit 2 pair, but there is a flush draw out there. He's going to be wrong here. Hopefully he's got over pairs. Should be good here. Fucking hell. Really? That was my best bet to beat him. Let's hope he doesn't have a 6. I want to see a fold here. If I see a shove, I'm folding. Wow, king 6. We did have a jack 10 there. Alright, let's go with ace 10. At least that's a decent hand. 8-3 is folding. We're moving in that hand. Alright, let's raise it up with queen 10. It's a decent hand to raise. Alright, we do have a gut shot. If jack comes out, a lot of people are going to have 2 pairs. Want to hit the jack. Surprised he didn't bet there on the river. That's cool. Open ender. That's the reason why we did call. We had a lot of good turn cards coming our way. Unfortunate. But I can't fold out any big blinds here. We do have second pair. So even if he jams, we've got a call. Ah, 10-9 suited. Got position here. It's not great though. Alright, we do have a gut shot and we got top pair. And if we lose this hand, it's the session. Okay, we do have a straight, but the flush is there. I think we've got a call. They could easily have a flush as well, but we do have a straight. Nice. Alright, so at least we got one back. Alright, 5-4 suited, let's go. Oh, Harry saw the other table as well. Against Nathan now, I'm just going to probably fold all these. I don't have a heart. Alright, we do have ace queen. I'm going to raise this one up. Against someone called Sir Bluff as well. If they do shove, I'm folding though. How did 5-4 even win? Alright, so we got against the fish here. If they shove, I'm calling. I'm just going it. They could hit on us. I don't want them to. Wow, 3-4. How the hell? Really? 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 Come on. Oh god, it's more than irony. That's irony. Alright, let's call. Need a flush. Didn't get there, unfortunately. Alright, 7 should be good here. 10 for 10. Didn't bet there with the 7s at least. Are they going to check here or are they going to jam? Alright, let's raise it up with their 7s. Hopefully get a 7. Oh, folds. Let's pay you bet the 4. Let's see how wrong we are. Oh, taskbar it. All right, we're gonna call ace five, but we'll close the action down. Hopefully, no one else raises over the top. All right, easy fold coming in. It looks like we're just tilting at this stage, doesn't it? Alright, we've hit the jack. We'll probably hit the ace. Alright, pocket tens, reasonable hands. Did have a flush draw. Huh. Looks pretty promising on that pan, but probably a bit early to yeah, a bit early to celebrate. Alright, pocket fours, 8, 9. Let's open it up. I got a flat with fours. Probably don't win the shove though. That'd be tragic. Alright, so flop the straight. Nice. Flopped, hit on the river with the top, with the fours. Hopefully to get everything to call. It's not the card I wanted. Right, Queen 10's going along. Got a gut shot. Alright, perfect. King on the river, please. We could check call. Oh, we tried bluffing us there. Interesting. We're sitting 3-betting against Harry at the moment. Alright, it's half pot this one with Queen 10. Good thing about Queen 10, they usually have 2 pairs. Not this time though. I feel like we're in a half pot mood. My three's not good, is it? Half potting this one again. We do have King Queen high this time. Pretty invincible against Harry at the moment. They will be fighting back eventually. At least we're winning back on one table. King 4. All right, I'll make this the last hand. Okay, got a suited. Oh, good at gut shot as well. Would have preferred the 2. I'm gonna flat ace queen. Yeah, that session did sting. Lost a couple buy-ins. Some through reckless, some through mainly through just being unfortunately extremely unlucky. But we probably lost about it's probably lost 2 buy-ins for basically till playing bad, or probably 3 buy-ins. But the rest of it, there was 2 hands that were really just unfortunate. You know, the 2-pair hand against King, well, he had 3-4 and hit the straight, and then you had the other guy who uh, hit his outer. Oh, it was a gut shot on the river somehow when we had the overpair. It was just unfortunate. Some of these things you can't avoid. But really, we should have been sitting probably about 86, 87 if we played nearly perfect. But yeah, it was far from perfect anyway. So we could take away from this and bounce back next session anyway. Thanks, guys. Hopefully, you enjoyed it. I know it was a bit of a weird session. We didn't play great at all. So hopefully, you can bounce back next session. We did paint a picture of us being quite fishy this session. And, you know, you could tell Harry, when we were 3-betting against them, they respected us, but King was pretty much running like God. So they could call us and pretty much outplay us, or even when they were behind, they were hitting anyway. So, anyway, thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye.